Hello,
little bit of spice.
a little bit of spice. Hello, everybody. We are again playing some Dungeons and Dragons, following
Oh,
the
fuck, we
ongoing
started?
adventures. Yeah, just now. Following the
Literally in this moment.
ongoing campaign of the Dawnforged company, who recently have saved the son of their mentor, Ilaria Faywing, from being a tree that saps all life and color from the world around it. And well, they stopped that, saved his life, brought him back to Kern, where they first thing first they made sure to power grow the crops due to a druidic intervention from Zephyr, and kind of had like a little downtime city sesh. Kind of had a pretty decent break compared to the constant go that the Dawnforge company has so far kind of had to endure, if I'm honest. no thanks to their DM. All right. So let's see. You guys currently in Kern. I believe you guys just finished a long rest at this point. Anything you guys want to do or check in on? Besides, oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, there's also a new, maybe primordial dragon egg, maybe made of Felicag, the Dream Steel. Who knows? We don't know yet.
I was gonna do a thing before bed with the egg.
Oh shit. Okay, what would you like to do?
Uh,
Did he come back to the tent or his room at the academy?
tent, because that's where we all stayed at last time.
10.
Good, because his tent room now has a nest in it.
I mean, all right.
How did you know?
I will do. We'll do the weird nightly downtime thing where I take all the dragons back.
Okay. So you reacquire all the dragons. You're as soon as the last one enters, you have the familiar sheen of all colors of dragon go across your scales.
You know, look at the axe
All
and
eyes
go.
open.
I know this weird breath weapon that you gave me is powerful as shit. Do you think I can try to, like, without doing it, funnel it into the egg? Just want to see how the axe responds.
It's interesting. The axe, there are certain lights in their eyes blink and stay on. The black, the white, and the gold all stay on. The rest kind of blink on and off. The only one that doesn't interject is... Or no, there's two that don't interject. The silver and the red. Stay dark.
I forgot if blinking's good or bad.
Blinking in the past has usually meant they have something to say to you about this thing that you've asked.
Are me and Uza still sharing a room?
Last I heard, yes. So if you still want to be,
asking
you
him.
can change it. Who's it?
Huh? What?
You still
Sorry,
want
I
to
was-
share?
Sharing a room?
Yes, yeah.
There you go.
All right, Uza, this
How I
might
was
get...
able to make the nest.
Yeah. All right, Uza, this might get weird. You're gonna hear voices. Is this gonna be what it is?
Feel like this is an every other night occurrence.
Yeah.
So go for it.
And I'm just gonna be a little slackjawed to let the other dragons talk one at a time.
So at first, when your jaw opens, there are several different voices all at once. Everybody trying to speak over each other. And
I
then-
shut my mouth and then I just think really hard. Look, guys, black first. We got an order of people who literally were in love of Gilthic. I think black deserves to be first on this.
Perfect.
And we'll just go down the list, like alphabetically.
Excellent. So, opening your mouth, Vutha speaks. Most dragons are immune to their own specific breath weapon and the damage that comes from it. It is why it does not tear through our insides, rip our faces off, and destroy us as we use it. I believe if this egg fully formed, it will be immune to all dragon weapon breath and will have the ability to absorb the power as it surges forward from us. I believe this would be a quick and expedient solution to have it mature and hatch. much sooner. Alright, and then after she is quiet, alphabetically next would be the green, a chalk. I'll try you. There's no proof that this is anything but a mere construct created by the desperate want of, and no offense meant here, the black. And all of us who would love to see the rebirth of the Octarine, we have no proof that it's anything actually dragon yet. We must let the fella cake set. We must let it continue to mature, to become something more. Fella cake does not set in a day, no matter how many wills are focused on it. And I do admit the color is something I've not seen before, but I think at this point it is more risk to attack this thing than it is benefits. After our chalk would be, looks like orange, the brass. What is this? With what has been said, I admit my opinion will be quite different than it was before. There are many things that I would feel more inclined to use this breath weapon had we had a chance to dream, maybe holding it, so we can focus all of our will and maybe pull some of the dream plane with us into the egg. Is something I would consider. It brought me to you. Maybe we can use that state to interpose itself to make it more permanent. After Auraush would be Aurix, the gold. You just, I know, right? I think we have 5 or 4 or 5. But yeah, Aurix. He just says, much is needed to forge metal. Though convenient, the Felakag will not go without a considerable more willpower put into it. Do not do this yet. It will destroy any budding thing we have here. I'll seal the white. You just see a white light come out of the mouth and then go dark. Then it would be...
that burned a little.
The red Charir. Another, just a light of red and a tiny spark of fires.
That burned a little harder. All right. They're obviously on board with the breath idea.
And then Chenoth.
There is a power in dreaming and in Velakag. I believe we should take it to the Astral Sea. In the Astral Sea, we can use its creative power, the focus of our mighty will, and make it positive, and ensure its durability against our most impressive attack.
Let's see, who's next? It would be... Gilthick is dead. Be Orn the Silver. Orn... speaks of her. I leave it to the council, as always, but my particular advice on this, upon hearing, and not only the desire to see our lost Octarine restored, but the concerns. There are those who raise points and those who wish expediency. I counsel you to listen, all of you, to listen to the points made and vote that way. And then, let's see, I think all that's left is going to be...
Ulhar.
Rock and then Ulhar.
Oh, yeah. There's an R in there.
Yeah. Rock, the bronze. It's just... There are many different ways that this could go. Are we sure the Octarine, even given the opportunity, would return, or we might be cooking some new color? I know it is hard to conceive, but there might be something beyond our knowledge happening here. And who knows if that color would stand with us or against us. This is not necessarily a boon. Something else I would hope you all consider. And then Ulhar the Blue. We're gonna be uncles, everyone. It's going to be absolutely amazing. No matter what it is, I don't believe that we should listen to rock at this point. It will be a new child, a new color, or a return of an old one. Either way, they will need to be raised, they will need to be taught, and we will be able to shape them in any way that we can. I, for one, would welcome them, and maybe we could introduce them to each of the titans, or gods of each of the elements that we are connected to, and maybe give them a more rounded education than we all have. Maybe we could share that with each other. This is an opportunity to unite metallic and chromatic, if we take it. And with that,
I love how Ulhar is just fucking Dionysus from Hades.
hey, nice cocksads. Sorry. All right. Anyway, so those after that, you feel the magic return away from your vocal cords, and they're a little sore from the twisted ways of which each dragon forces them into their own voices. But overall,
Butler tea.
no damage. Absolutely, sir. Chamomile?
It was just tea.
Tea it is, sir. And it creates some teas. And with this sage honey, of course, for that dip-rich flavor.
He'll down it like in one shot. Just like keep him coming.
Would you
I'll
like
slow
a
down. I
larger
promise.
cup?
I just gotta go.
Every time you hand it back to him, a cup double the size of the one. So it starts out as a teacup and then just keeps getting bigger every time you down it.
When it gets to like a flagon, that's when it's like, all right, time to go slow.
Perfect.
All right. I have an idea now. That does not involve spewing on this yet, so that's good.
All right.
So you're gonna sit on it then?
No, I was actually gonna curl around it
Well,
and then try to pull it in the dream. I will use your nest though. That's some nice craftsmanship.
thank you. It started as a joke, but I'm just genuinely glad you're gonna use it now.
Is it? What did you make this nest out of?
I asked the butler to bring in straw,
Perfect,
so it's magical tent straw.
Excellent. Okay. So yeah, there's and real quick, just roll a dex check for me.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
not my best work. I was in a hurry. I didn't know when he was coming back.
It's one of those like you were like ha ha ha, and then like just threw some straw down. That'll be a joke. And then your brain kind of like got the better of you, and you were like forced, almost like against your own will. Like it was like you just had to make it better. But then like he got back before you were finished, so you can still see all of the flaws that you would have fixed had you had time. But because it started out as a joke, you didn't really get around to fixing it, making it exactly the way you wanted it. But it's still, fairly decent. Magical straw. Nice.
Yeah, it's
Wait
okay.
till
I'm
he's
a
sleeping to
barbarian,
fix
I don't
it.
give a shit.
Perfect. Okay. All right. And then,
We're
did I-
nesting. Huh?
Did anyone
Anyone?
else? You got me. You got me. Oh, man. Did anybody else want to do anything before their long rest? All right, perfect. So all of you take your long rest, getting used to this dreamless state that comes with sleeping beneath the Zealer Akeem.
Sorry, I think my mic cut out for 1 second there. It's real quick. It's after Bloodscale goes to sleep. I'm going to fix the nest, and then I'm going to draw him like one of, like a Bloodscale sleeping with an egg, because I feel the rest of the party needs to see that. I could spend more than an hour on it, but this needs to be enjoyed by the party.
All right, perfect. So give me just dex check to fix the nest, and then we'll just use your
guidance.
cartographer. Yeah, go ahead.
Guidance myself.
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, Jesus!
So
Come on! Hold on! Wait!
About to
That's
sleep.
day, you might as
Using
well.
luck. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I have any left. I do. I'm using a luck point.
All right, like what?
You rolled 20.
I think roll 20 has luck being busted. I really do.
Oh man! All right, so every time you tuck like a piece in and think you've got it just right, you see the other end of it. It like comes out, and so like you spend like 15 minutes before you just give up, because every time you fix something, something else fucks up, and so it's you're trying to rake water at this point. But give me a cartographer tools check to see how well you can get a painting going here of blood scale.
Oh yeah, that's Dex plus proficiency, right?
That's correct, yeah.
I guidance myself for that. And,
Got it.
are you fucking kidding me?
Well, that's a natural one.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a luck point again.
That's much better. 32. Was that a 19?
Jesus
There we go. Okay. So
Christ.
34.
Oh, this bodes
okay.
poorly.
So, so you pull out your paper. Are you using your infinite paper?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So
He
you
was
got out the
really
scrolls.
frustrated from
And you-
doing the nest. So he draws really poorly. Like, God damn it! And erases it. Like, I
No,
gotta
no,
start
even-
over.
Even better. So you get it, and you like roll it up for it, and then you pull out. What are you doing this with? Paintbrush or pen?
Charcoal.
Charcoal. Okay. So you get out your charcoal, and then you're thinking, and then you lick your charcoal. And whoops. And then you kind of get in, and immediately as you go to start, it pierces right through the paper, and you're like. And as you pull it back, you see this small spark jump from your hand as the mending cantrip like casts itself through your god, who does the guidance. And you're like, oh, that's lucky. And then you just go back, and then you get this really nice, intricate, detailed portraits of Bloodscale wrapped around the egg. You even change the angle of you can see it here, but you like mind's eye up a little bit so it looks even better, and you get this really nice picture of Bloodscale holding an egg and wrapped all the way around it.
Snug as a bug in a rug. All right, I'm going to lay my magic sheet down on a regular sheet, copy it, hang it above the breakfast table, and go to bed.
Perfect. Bloodscale, give me a Constitution check. At advantage because you have a nest.
Okay. I was also attempting to funnel into the weird dragon state and bring the egg with me.
Perfect.
That's
Okay,
why-
with a 20.
Oh, that was only one. Come on, TDB. It's the same.
Oh, good God. All right, so with a 20, as you, Uza, as you return from hanging your picture up, you see that as Bloodscale sleeps, as he breathes in, his body completely changes a single color of a dragon. So he breathes in and it's red, and you can feel the heat, and then it's blue and you feel the static in the air. Then it's silver again. You can feel the cold, and you see as each time he goes through one of these pulses, that particular color on the egg, the scales, they almost glow with that same color. And you see each element as it goes through it, and as you can feel them in the air, they all light up separately.
I have to remember to tell him that in the morning. Also, how much is it affecting the room? Pretty noticeable.
It's noticeable. It might be hard to sleep in here.
I was gonna say I'm gonna go sleep somewhere else. I'm gonna tell Butler if he starts choking to death, come wake me up.
Of course, sir. And your new room
Thank
is
you.
already ready.
That's perfect.
Would you also require a nest?
No, it's like a baby thing. But
Purchase
nah,
it.
thank you.
Excellent.
Yes, exactly.
And you find your rest. Anybody else doing anything before their long rest? All right, perfect. So the night finds you guys. You all sleep. Like I said, you find that dreamless, but comfortable, rejuvenating sleep under the Zeal Rakim, and awaken the next day. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to tell Bloodscale what I saw and how his environmental impact forced me to move.
I can't do anything about that.
I know. I just thought it was good news. It's
The
working,
flashes
right?
probably explain why we didn't have a council meeting last night, so that's fine.
Were they all taking turns sitting on it?
I don't know.
Also, you look adorable. See?
Aw. Good drawing.
Uza,
Thank you.
As you look at Bloodscale, give me a investigation check.
All right.
Or wait, what's your passive? investigation.
22.
Actually. 22. Okay. So yeah, you wouldn't even have to roll for this. You notice that the ripple, his scales and everything are slightly duller, just a little bit. They
Like duller in color or
in shine and a little bit in color.
oh.
It's barely noticeable, but with a 22 passive, you do notice it.
Was there a increase in color in the egg?
Yes, yeah, with a 22, you would notice there is a.
I'm gonna let him know that the egg seems to be sucking his color out. So take that as you will.
I mean, whatever works.
Can I do a medicine check on him?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
don't know, Greg. See if he's like feeling ill other than just the color.
With an 18, everything about him, he's super healthy blood scale.
I didn't say you could touch their consent, please.
I'm sorry. It's consent was not implied.
No.
Sorry, I'm 8.
You're an adult.
God damn it.
All right.
When we find that elf of yours, just consent, all right?
Yep. No, that's a very different case. Sorry, I'm worried about you. You know, you were hot and then you were cold. It was yes and now you're no. I don't know.
I mean, that's weird. Don't say things like that either.
It was weird. I was in, now I'm out.
You're gonna get
You're
in
up,
trouble.
now you're down.
You're gonna get in trouble. Just don't. Don't make everybody
fine.
else up.
I know the guards.
I know the guards too.
Oh, that's true. But do you like the picture I drew of you while you slept?
I just said it was a very good drawing.
No, that's true.
And the rest of
you
you.
be mad about that? That was actually cool.
No, am I creepy? Oh god, am I turning creepy?
Turning?
The rest of you, you come down for breakfast and your usual favorite meals. Breakfasts are already made by the butlers. You have, everything you could want, of course. And then there's a brand new painting of blood scale wrapped around an egg. Is it color or is it still just all charcoal?
It's all charcoal. I wouldn't have had
charcoal,
time to do color.
So like this beautiful charcoaling of is hanging above the breakfast table.
Oh,
I have the
that's
egg back in the little
adorable.
papoose they made for it.
Pardon? Yeah, give me a little papoose, I guess.
Yeah,
on your
it's
back.
a papoose I made for it.
Yeah, all right. All right, so you guys all meet up at breakfast. What's the plan of the day?
Weren't we gonna bail to Time Town?
I thought so.
About many fjords.
The Vatmany Fords.
Problem. Zarek, can you do that?
You're muted. It's way better when you have the camera.
Yeah, when you can see me get all frustrated because I'm speaking. Yes, we're going through the astral sea in order to get to where we want to go. That's how we have to do it.
Do you think when we get to the Astral Sea, we can have a bunch of people like sit around this egg and make it a thing? Or at least us sit around this egg and make it a thing?
I believe that would be possible. Yes, can't see why not.
Around your like creation-y stone.
Do you have? Yes, yeah. We could set aside some time for that.
Sorry,
It should be quick.
DM fail moment. Why are you guys having to go through the Astral Sea?
He doesn't have
Because
teleport.
I don't have teleport. I
That's
have
what it was.
plane shift. Yep. So it's a can't get there from here.
Gotcha. Okay, that's right. Thank you.
We just have to make a stop. We got to gas up.
I mean, I totally have teleport.
Freeway is
many
closed. We gotta take
I
surface.
mean, you're a
speed.
wizard. Maybe when we're there in the library, you could just find teleport.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Yeah,
bet
maybe.
somebody would
Copy it
share
down.
with you. All right.
Wizards with their books.
I mean, there are rules for copying things down. It would take a while, but you could do it. All right,
Yeah, that's the.
We'll find you a scroll. You can copy it later.
Oh, should we take gold? Do we need gold for that? Do you need gold for that?
I have a pound of electrum in the bag.
That's it? Just a pound?
A pound's a lot.
Like 100 coins.
Ah.
I don't know. My perception on what is considered a lot of money these days is very, very skewed. Well, I have a 1,000 electrum, so if that works.
We'll be fine.
All
Yeah,
right.
maybe.
Zarek, you would know that the components for teleport are verbal only. You don't need any somatic components. And nothing is.
I think the point was the cost of like copying.
Oh yeah, you'll
although
definitely
I
need-
get it takes the, but you know you need materials and stuff.
exactly.
Paper, the ink, the
That's kind of
time.
neat. My water bottle goes kind of slightly
You're
transparent.
drinking the city. All right.
My God, he's drinking those people.
All right. So, you guys planning on going to the Astral Sea? Is there anything you guys want to do before you head out to the Astral Sea and then the Vatmini Fjords?
Popping a note in the bottle, letting LKS know what we're doing.
Perfect.
Also letting LKS know that we have Rash looking for the kid's mom.
Perfect.
I don't think there was any other real notes
Okay.
to send out.
That you twist the
Oh,
top
and
cork, line
There'll
up
also be a note that's let twos know. Just so he knows. So, you know. Keep him in the loop.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and you might want to let LKS know about Sento. Might be contacting him about a death seedling.
Oh, yep, yep, we gotta put that down. Death seedling, pretty fucking close. Kind of a shitstorm. Expect weird rogue guy to tell you where it is.
Perfect. All right.
Anybody else got notes? I can do more notes. Anybody just want to say hi?
Delco says hi.
Zapper says hi. Sarah's being haughty this morning.
He's just really admiring my drawing.
You see, Viserys seems to be caught up, like he's like concentrating on his new, the new things in his ring. So most of the morning you've been hearing this like kind of music weaving itself in the background. And it's getting more and more complex, and he seems to be like just. He's sitting right there about 1,000,000 miles away, just concentrating on weaving this new music that he's capable of. And he seems to be drawing, like, inspiration seems to be building on itself more than you've ever seen him with any musical thing before. He seems to be, like, enraptured in making this music.
Fun on a bun! Alright, let's get the fuck out of here.
Deal.
All right. So, Zarek, what is your plane shift?
One more note. One more note.
yeah.
Let the orcs know that the war chief is leaving. And that they should respond to the second in command that the war chief already appointed.
Excellent. Okay.
For safety.
For safety.
Safety.
All right.
I'm still
Zarek.
tactician over there. You have
That's
to listen
fair.
to me.
Now, Zarek, what does this plane shift look like? And how are you achieving this?
So, Zarek does not have plane shift prepared, so he's using the staff of the Magi.
Perfect.
That's why he doesn't have plane shift prepared. It's because there are other things that I do.
Ah.
Anyway, so you shall not pass it to the floor, and it creates a circle, and everybody stands around the circle and holds hands and sings Kumbaya, and there we go.
Perfect.
Not Kumbaya.
So there's
Something much better.
you hit the staff into the ground, and the staff actually comes up into a V at the top, and it vibrates almost as if it was a giant metal tuning rod, and as this sound kind of billows outwards, there's this kind of like almost a gust of wind that comes with it as you break the bounds between planes. You guys all see this very clear on the floor. It's as if it was always there, suddenly lit up by the sound, this kind of circle around all of you as you guys link hands as Zark tells you need to do, and then you guys find yourselves. Now, what was your specific target destination, Zarek?
That's a great question. It's the main teleport circle at Shrakad Lore.
Shrakad Lore?
Mhm.
Perfect, okay.
The big city.
Shrakad Lore or Zerthkit
Limbo.
Lore? Okay, Shrakad Lore, okay. So, give me 1 second here. Lore. Make sure I get this. That's not it. Oh. 1 second, I just want to make sure I describe this properly. Because it's been a while since we've been to Shrakad Lore.
It actually hasn't for
Sorry.
us. I know, yeah.
My brain.
No. But I mean, like if we actually look back at everything we've done, it's been a couple. Hasn't it only been a couple days since we were in the Astral Sea?
I think it's been about a week at this point. Yeah, it hasn't been that long for you guys.
Yeah,
but-
exactly. We're just like popping back and forth all over the place.
High level D&D. Prepare the whole fucking world.
No, prepare all of the planes.
Everywhere in
Yeah, even
existence and make up some extra stuff.
Oh, balls. Okay, so
Just in case.
roll a D100 for me, Zadok.
You got it. Where the heck is... There we go. Roll 20. My fingers no worky. 5.
5. Okay. So you guys, all of a sudden, before you see this, this huge, austere city with massive iron gatehouses, piercing 7 concentric rings of high, thick granite walls. There's not a lot of room in the city. Everything's kind of cramped together. Though you do see there is an open market that's broad, and there's even produce that's on sale here that are grown on that Zadok, you would know they're grown on the worlds of the multiverse, and then brought, or not the multiverse, the worlds of the all of the planes. So some are grown in different places and brought here and sold. There's also lots of different things, both wondrous and mundane, for sale there. You guys find yourselves outside, like you see this, and then you feel yourself falling, but due to the nature of the Astral Sea and with the 5, you guys are like slowly drifting down and find yourselves on the outside of the city. There's a small tent town, which is normally, relegated for any foreigners to the city. Yes.
Zach, did you say that there was a teleportation circle here?
Uh-huh.
Because if you know the sigils, I think you can just go to the circle. You don't have to roll the D100.
Oh, I don't. The D100 was mostly for flavor. It was since he only specified Shrakad Lore and not that teleportation circle. That's kind of where you guys ended up. Because you have to be super specific of where you want to go. So you guys are just
I guess
outside the gates of.
Point
Shrakad
is,
Lore.
I don't have a forked metal rod worth at least X amount of monies, except for the staff, but it's not attuned to the Astral Sea, which is why but it was continuing.
Perfect.
No, that's fine.
So
Nothing bad happened.
My brain.
you guys find yourselves outside of in this kind of tent city outside of the main gates. Zarek, you would know that this is mainly to keep any mischief from outsiders from disturbing Shrakad Lore, and also to keep spies out. This is a time of high defense with the attacks on the those who hold the city together. You met the one who was keeping the library together, and so you know that the city is on high alert still at this point. And as you all land, you see a few people in very similar garb to Zarek's old look before he kind of got a makeover from the Goddess of Beauty. This kind of more uniform. All of them have mind casters at their sides, along with swords. As you see this regiment of about 12 Githzerai, kind of. They're not they're not marching or anything. They're clearly, this isn't like a.
Sorry, I got a text message.
That's okay. That's perfect.
My wife.
But you see they kind of wander up, and one looks over. Zarek, you would recognize. Pull up his name real quick. Come on. Actually, this oh, whoops! We already used all those names. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I've got a name, and it's a good name too.
You're gonna love this name. It's so good.
Benjamin.
Him?
Ing?
Yes, Jim. Thank you, Jim. Way to go, Jim. How's it going, Jim?
It's
Best
Jimothy.
buddy, White.
This is Kelmerit. He's somebody you haven't like spent a lot of time around. He is, you know, kind of him. He's generally regarded as a decent kind of. He's not quite a. He's not a captain. He's, you know, he's like a few ranks above, you know, being just like a kind of the equivalent of a beat cop in the city, but he's not super famous or anything like that. But you've heard of him in your investigations and things like that. It's so. You do recognize one of them. The rest, bunch of kind of newer people to the. They look young and fresh to the force, as far as you can tell.
So-
he walks up.
Kilmerit is somebody that Zarek has interacted with,
Exactly.
but not closely or frequently.
Yeah, kind of like a. I don't know. Water
It's
cooler.
like a, yeah, he's a guy from another precinct that
Exactly.
I see in passing on occasion. Okay,
Yeah,
or not
exactly.
precinct, but
As
squad,
he walks up, he kind of
unit.
he looks for a second, and then you can tell he recognizes you, and he gives like this formal bow, and then motions. All the rest, as they see him do it, they all kind of bow as well. And they're like, Zarek, it is good to see you again. What brings you to our gates? And he kind of stands up and looks at you.
My friends and I are en route on a mission to stop Phobator, but we have some matters to attend to here in the Astral Sea.
Very well, and what is it that the guard can help you with? You will, of course, as always, are admitted to the city upon any request that you make, as you have been a great service to the city. And is there anyone I need tell of your presence, or anyone who you wish to speak with while you are here?
That's a great question.
No, recently Vithnera had returned to the city saying that you and those who accompany you are of great service in saving the library.
I would not mind an opportunity to speak with her again, but first, my friends here, we need access to one of the focusing stones, one of the creation stones.
The creation stones, of course. Of course, I will do everything I can to help you. But if there's anything that I can tell the hires, those who guard such wondrous treasures, the purpose of this visit to those, and I'm doing what is my job, as you understand.
No, yes, I understand. My friend here, I indicate Bloodscale,
Hello.
has come into possession of what we believe to be potentially the genesis of an Octarine dragon.
Surely,
An
just
egg.
an egg left by the Octarine. This would be wondrous news indeed, if true.
If you ask nicely, you can see it.
May I please see this?
All right.
It was pretty nice.
As you pull it out, Calmander, you see his eyes go wide as he's like, "It is a wondrous thing. It is made of all colors, but I do not know the color of Octarine. Was it prismatic? in nature?"
Every dragon voice at once just goes, no touching.
He puts up his hands and he kind of like he looks over to you, Zarek. I will not touch, of course.
I understand your reaction. I have seen many incredible things since leaving our realm. Things that I thought would not. I thought not to be surprised from the things that I have seen here, but
With such special and unique things, why don't we get you within the walls where we know it is safe before we share anything further, yes?
agreed. I appreciate that.
Follow me, all of you, this way. And, perimeter! He yells, and then you guys find yourselves just flanked by Gitzerai, who are looking suspiciously around as you guys walk. And he's like, I hate to tell this to you, Zarek, but we have had many chaff kind of come to our gates as of late. There are many who are predicting something terrible is happening, and many who, from the material plane, who have given up upon it, thinking that time is limited, and have come here trying to seek refuge in this city. Well,
They are all right. I have seen it for myself. The realms are collapsing into a singular realm. Phobator's power grows ever stronger, and there are few left to resist him.
for a god to wield such power, even for godly powers, is concerning, is it? What do you have any advice as far as those who we can trust and those we cannot? With the lockdown and the attacks on those who are the anchors in this place, it is very difficult for me to read those who would not be a benefit to this city from those that would.
We have encountered this as well. The use of doppelgangers and mind control and possession of different types. It is hard to find who you can trust and who you cannot. We can share some of the things that we have learned about how to find evidence of Phobator's influence.
This would be most welcome. Right now, our policy, unfortunately, has been to deny all in these strange times, but as you can see, the intensity grows larger and larger to the point where I fear we will not be able to contain them if it grows much larger. So, the ability to even decrease the pressure valve which is building would be most welcome. And as you guys enter the city, the granite structures and the rings around you, you can see that there's intricate detail in every aspect of Shakatlor. This is a huge city, like 2 million people live here. It's, you guys, coming through the main gates, you're quickly, walking through this huge marketplace where you see beings from almost representative of almost every realm. You see there are many different Ganassi. There are demons, there are angels, there are all sorts of things in this plane. There are even some clockwork-looking beings who, as you walk by, you see one selling, time we sell precious time to do what you need, to stop to do what you wash, time for sale. And, others are
It was the same
selling.
thing we fucked up on the Nautiloid?
Yep. Yeah, you do recognize the monodromes. As they're kind of like selling the concept of time or a license to break it. And then there are others who, like you see, Fire Ganassi. Take what you wish from the ever-burning plain, something to keep light in any dark. Magical, of course, in nature for those who need it, and the perfect nightlight for a child. As he and he's hawking his wares. You see different versions of this as you guys walk through this bazaar and are taken through
Bizarre.
the totally
How bizarre. How bizarre.
And as you guys kind of continue through Shakatlor, the city is unusually active. You see there are a lot of people who are like there almost seems to be like a buying spree happening at this time. You see there are many Githzerai. Oh, welcome, Vicer. There are many Githzerai at this point who are like buying stuff. A lot of the merchants can barely keep up with the demand as it seems like the city has entered a panic buying phase that you would recognize as you're going through with I think Zarek, Uza, and then anybody who has a passive, I think it's, is it inside? 1 second, let me look at this. What did I set for this? 1 second. I apologize.
Ooh!
Some ratcheting going on. Everything okay over there?
Changing a tire, PJ?
He's in his car, guys.
Yeah, I just moved my seat back.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Passive investigation. If anybody has a passive...
My passive investigation is 27.
Yeah.
So, and you have a lower DC on this because you've been here before, but anybody who has a
Yeah.
passive investigation of over 20 would recognize.
How do you know you're passive?
It's in your D&D Beyond. It should be on your character sheet on the
Additional
left-hand side.
senses. Or senses.
On a sheet, would they give it a little look?
Yeah, I got it. 1 second.
Whatever your investigation is, plus 10 usually.
Let's see.
Yeah, I took
15
because
for
of Bard. I get okay. Because of Bard, I get Jack of all trades, so I wasn't sure where it landed.
I was gonna say your investigation
18.
went from nothing to 5. So great news.
18, so you
18.
gotta have 20?
Gotta have 20 for this one.
I mean, Mesno sees it.
Yep. Yeah, you guys were. Yeah, the tone here is definitely uncomfortable. There's, as the mass buying happens, you guys continue through the city. Eventually, you come to the. They bring you right to the library, and inside, there are
Library.
immediately
I
upon
spent my vacation at the library.
The library is open.
Immediately upon entering, there is a rather severe-looking Githzerai, completely bald and no facial hair even. Who looks over like, and may I see your cards for entry? And immediately Kelmer is like, we're on official business. If you would be so kind as to go away, that would be great. And you are not needed for this librarian.
That guy just asked for our library cards?
It is customary before entering that you show that you have earned the right to see what lies inside this library.
I can show the egg again.
Do not show that here. That would be so kind.
Okay. No, that's fine. You asked. It's all right.
Thank you. Such precious things, especially if it is what you suspect, can make those who can turn even the most noble of minds towards ill deeds, and it is not something I wish.
Temptation and all that, for sure.
You understand exactly. And so,
I beat him up. It's fine.
so this library is interesting. Let me turn on the light real quick so you guys can see. It's getting dark here. 1 second.
Alright, while he's doing that, somebody give me a quick. What's going on?
Oh, you know what? I'll
So
go drink some of your
we're
food.
in the Astral Sea, on our way, on our 2-part journey. This is our layover. But Bloodscale talked to some dragons about whether or not he should do his big old full spectrum fire blast energy into the egg. And they said, why not? Let's try it. And
They said-
so we
they
said,
said,
let's go to the
it was-
Astral
It was
Sea
a hard
where
maybe.
they're...
It was a hard maybe.
Yeah,
It was a hard maybe. It was half and half.
It's not a... This will definitely work. It's a... Yeah,
One of those-
hard maybe.
Theoretically.
So since we have to go through the Astral Sea to get back to the material plane through plane shift, we don't have teleport. We decided we're gonna go to one of the creation stones and see if that can help us harness and focus and
Cool.
bring a dragon into being.
That'd be neat.
Yeah, neat.
So,
Also, there's in the tent, which we don't have because it's still in current. Next time you go in the tent, there will be a charcoal drawing of Bloodscale curled up around an egg.
Oh,
It's very adorable. In a nest.
Yeah.
and a nest for the
Yeah.
egg?
In a nest.
Excellent. Only made of the finest silks, I assume.
Yeah, whatever your
Magic
butler
straw.
provided.
It was mostly straw, not gonna lie.
Ugh.
All right.
So
So,
we'll at least line it with silk, for God's sake.
Tradition.
so this particular library is interesting in the fact that its design is based off of fractal. So it starts as the entrance and it kind of expands outward structurally. So if you were looking at it from the top, you could see the fractal pattern. From inside of it, it's this weird kind of sense of feeling where you see repeating hall, like bookshelves and everything coming around it, and you can almost see the pattern from where you're at, but not quite. It's interesting because it's basically there's large kind of arcs of general things like fiction, and then tiny little spirals within it for specific things that subjects and that you're researching and things like that. And it's
Literal
kind of-
niches.
literal niches, exactly, as it kind of blooms out from the middle in this almost natural looking kind of fractal pattern. So you guys are led up to a staircase kind of spiraling up in the middle of all of this, and as the higher and higher you get, you see the fractal patterns below you as the bookcases, and you're able to kind of recognize the pattern. As you get to the top, at the very top of this dome in the library, there is a room, and below you see there's this clear crystal floor that you're walking across, so you can look down into it, and into the library and see everything that's happening. Zark, you've been here before. You would know that this is magically enchanted crystal that you can actually look at a certain thing and you can like blow it up so you can see exactly what's happening in any portion of this library, and know exactly where everything is. The really cool thing is everything...
Catalog.
Exactly. You're basically in a crystal Dewey Decimal System looking down into a specific library, so you know exactly where everything is from this room. You also see there's a bunch of names below you, where you can see that every person who has checked into the library has a tag on them and is highlighted where they are in the library. As you guys continue kind of down this, it's this large open room. There are several Githzerai that are clearly in some sort of meditation, but in the middle you do see Vithnera, the Anarch, who is responsible for its creation. She's floating about 3 feet up in the air, legs crossed, and as you guys walk forward, her eyes open and she smiles. Zarek and the Dawnforged Company. I was hoping I would see you again. What do I owe this immense
Hello.
pleasure?
That's our band name.
Hello.
We are Zarek and the Dawnforged Company. Hello, Astral Sea.
Not feeling it myself. I don't know why.
Maybe because Zarek's the stay in the back guy, not the front man.
It is.
I just gestured towards Bloodscale for what brought us here.
You've gained a rather prismatic look since we last met.
Bloodscale's just looking around like... You ever realize you didn't know what a library was until like just now?
This one is rather
It's
unique.
finally
so-
clicked in your brain.
Oh, is there
Ah.
a particular subject you're interested in? Did something catch your eye?
Is that guard guy next to us still?
Yes, yeah, Kilmerit's right next to you.
Should I do the thing now?
This is a considerably safer place. It is something I...
Oh, okay. Whoop.
You see her eyes go wide as you present the... Now, this is something very interesting. What
That's what I thought.
birthed
Yeah, I was like,
such an
this is
object?
interesting.
And who is the mother of such an object?
I
Point to
mean,
Bloodscale.
I'm not sure there's a mother. I'm not sure there's a father. This is all Dreamsteel, technically.
Interesting. And it has not shown any...
Oh, wait, hold on. I open my mouth and it's just, we're gonna be uncles/aunts. but it's they just say it at the same time, so it overlaps. And I'm sure the black says something entirely different.
Hold on 1 second. Well, that's her MO. She'll pop up, love. She always does. Sorry, a cat has gone missing, but she goes missing all the time, so it's hard to tell if she's hiding or. So we'll find out. We'll get an update on that situation.
Cats.
Fucking cats. Especially during
They're the
you know,
best.
when you're evacuating for a fire. Fucking cats. No.
Inside
Sorry.
joke.
Okay.
Okay. So as you present, all the voices. It's pretty much only the blue who speaks, as the rest are more reserved. But yeah, he throws out the aunts and uncles, and that is quite interesting. So, you were able to form an egg of dream steel. Why would you do this?
I need tea.
Get him tea.
Sorry, only one of them talked. There's a whole lot of dragons in here.
It's true.
I would guess by the eyes on your head that you have found all that you are seeking.
Yeah, that's my face.
Very unique. Why a black mask, though?
Well, it was the mask I found. Does a lot of cool stuff.
I like
There was
that.
I don't know.
But why have you created this egg?
Oh, see this bracer here?
Yes.
Yeah, that's some octarine bone right there.
You found the
We're
body of
trying to-
Gilfic.
Yeah.
You
I mean, there's some
harvest-
octarine bone there and there and there, and I'm just pointing at everybody.
So you harvested
wave.
the body of Gilfic to create boons for yourself.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
I merely wish to understand. There is no judgment from me.
No,
at that
I mean
point-
that's right.
That is what happened. I mean,
At this point, this kind of skinny, clearly younger Githzere comes up with a tray of tea as requested, and there's one for each of you as kind of holds it out.
I hastily and awkwardly throw my cape over the egg. Lean over it like awkwardly, like, oh yeah.
I think this person was in here when we did the reveal anyway.
Oh, were
Worry
they?
not.
Ah, never-
Worry not. My assistants, they know that they are here in exchange of information. The details of how they're acquired will not stay with them as they sleep. This
Oof,
is a very
alright.
private sanctum.
That is terrifying.
Kinda, yeah.
Unfortunately for my safety, it is required, especially in these giant.
Well, it's not that we don't get it. It's just one of those things that, you know, we'd be
Yeah.
a little weirded.
I do wish there was another way. But what can I do to help? You've clearly come to me for some reason. Zadok.
Oh, I think I was the one explaining that. Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, I'll
Fuck's sake.
just gesture to Bloodscale.
So we're trying to make this egg basically a real thing.
Aha. So it is
and
merely a
figured we
simulacrum.
might be able to like impose some will on it here in order to help with that.
Interesting.
Things are
I
a
guess-
little more malleable here, you know.
The real question is, if it is to birth life from it, do you wish to incorporate some soul trapping thing? Or do you wish to just see if one attaches itself?
Question.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Would the bones of an octarine be anything that could anchor a soul?
It is very possible.
Alright. That's something. Do we have any left?
Yeah. Let's see. Rustles from my pack. Oh, not my pack. Let me check the bag of holding.
There should not be much bone left.
I had a. Oh yes, no, sorry. It is in here. It was at the bottom. There's a lot of stuff on top of them.
There's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. There's 3 vertebra and 1 tail spike left.
Excellent. I believe that this would be, if able to put inside of the egg during the process, might attract any soul if one is left, if that is what you're trying.
I mean, I have no problem with bringing just Gilthic back normal.
Very well. This will require more than simple forging. We will need an anchor stone.
What's an anchor stone?
You would know anchor stone is kind of what was used at the last time you were in the astral sea. Sorry, spotting stone, not anchor stone. It's at the center of all Gezerai cities. There is it's basically this kind of floating in the middle of this astral sea, and a place to anchor the city to, and it's also a place where will and creation meet really, really heavily. It's what created your ship last time you sailed the astral sea.
Okay.
Before
So
it was
do we just
eaten by a giant nautilid, but
So do we need to just be over in that area, or?
well, you will need to not only be there, but with something this specific, you will have to kind of concentrate and use your wills together.
Oh Lord.
I can help guide this process if you wish.
That would be helpful.
We would
yeah.
be grateful.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you have come to me. This will be an honor if it works. Shall we then?
Yeah, right.
Very well. And she gestures behind her. You see, as you walk, almost imperceptibly, there was this glass, this crystal kind of backing behind it that it was seamless before. You could swear there was nothing to it. But as she walks forward, a section slides open. And there's almost like this small enclosed crystal room that she walks into and come.
I love magic. I walk. I follow him.
Perfect. All right, so as all of you kind of file into this small crystal room, she's like, "No, don't panic." And it starts to plummet downwards, straight towards the library at an alarming speed. You guys
Vice
feel
starts just screaming.
you feel like that falling sensation as your kind of your guts lift up as you are falling rather quickly. The strange thing is your feet never leave the ground. You never feel like it's only the interior feeling of falling as you go straight down at a rapid pace. You fall past books, and then you see there's like a subterranean aspect of the of this great library where you see there are hundreds of scribes writing and creating books as well. You see there's one, as you fly by, you see him, he tosses a book into this crystalline tube and it just disappears. As you plummet past that, there are rock and then something, just a barest glimpse of like a sewer system. And then you find yourself on the outer rim of kind of like the inverse of a mountain with a path carved similar to Zircuit lore. The last time you saw a spawning stone. This spawning stone is much, much bigger. This one, instead of hanging freely in the astral sea, like Zircuit is completely encased. It's difficult to tell exactly what this metallic encasing around it is, but it's started to grow crystals on the outside of it. And those poke out in every direction as this small room, basically this elevator stops and opens again. Visair still screaming as it stops. And come as she walks out.
Oh, okay. Alright, that was fun, right? Alright, yeah.
Again, where's the up
magic.
button? I want to do it again. Start looking for a button to go back up.
Yeah. As he
There
looks
are
for the
no
button,
buttons.
I dive out of the elevator like
Who's that?
wind.
Once we have saved the realms from Phobator, I promise you can come back and ride it again and again.
Can we ride it twice?
That would be what again and again would indicate. Yes.
Deal. I'm
Only
writing
twice.
it down. I mean, you don't want to you don't want to overdo it.
Do you make
Get
Zarek
sick.
shake your hand on this?
I love magic.
So you guys, everybody give me an intelligence saving throw as you guys walk out and see the insanity of the astral sea around you.
Oh, shit.
If you
Wait,
would,
no, that's a check.
if somebody would be so kind.
Oh, yeah.
Intelligence
I
saving
got you
throw?
guys there.
Thank you.
Hey, you rolled a 19.
Let me go.
Not bad.
Intelligence saving
I rolled
throw.
a 10.
You rolled
Please
worse
don't be
than
awful.
blood scale.
All right.
Fucking- I'm just super jazzed about the elevator, man.
Perfect. So the only one who failed was Uza. Uza, all of a sudden, as you're laughing and you go to shake Zarek's hand, you lose all sense of what up and down and left or right and gravity is, and you guys watch and you like feel the need to like hug the ground as you feel like you're going to fall off of this in any direction at any moment, and your brain cannot be convinced of otherwise. So you guys watch. He looks like, you know, cats in Zero G's, how they're just like stuck to something and they can't. Like, that's Uza right now. He's
I got one talon latched into a bookcase. I got the dagger of venom jammed into the floor, and I'm holding on to that. But my wings are still frantically flapping.
And Mesnos.
There's like, stop it, stop it.
I want to go back on the elevator. I don't like it here.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, you're fine, okay? It's alright. Look,
Why does this keep happening to me?
I don't know.
This is murder all over.
No, it's not. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's cool. Like, look around. Like, just take a deep breath. You're good. We're good.
Take a deep breath and
Right?
open my eyes. It's spinning.
All right, when you
And-
throw up,
and
you'll
Mesnos
notice
with his
that
nat 20 just
direction,
helped the
press
boy.
ground.
yes, yeah. Well, Mesnos kind of reaches down and what's the heaviest thing in Mesnos's pack?
Oh,
Oh shit.
we actually give him stuff in the pack?
He should have stuff on his.
He
Character
does
sheet.
have some.
Yeah, they like. Actually, I forgot I have access to all of this stuff.
Maybe I should just slap him.
Don't slap him.
Manacles, technically.
Perfect. So he's gonna
Hold
get out.
yourself.
He's gonna get out the manacles and he's gonna hand them to you. As he's like, "This is heavy enough. It'll keep you on the ground. Stand up and move along as long as you're holding these." And he hands them to.
Oh my god. Little bag of cat food.
I will hold the manacles tightly to my chest.
Okay. Yeah, and it's enough of an illusion to shape your perception that you are able to stay anchored onto the ground as long as you're holding on to these manacles, you're fine.
Perfect.
You know, we could just
This
put
is-
them on you.
I was just gonna say it's really inconvenient. Click, click.
Perfect. All right, you lock the manacles upon your wrists, I assume.
Yep.
All right, you are considered manacled. All right, cool. Good to know.
You're a prisoner of your own mind.
So you guys continue down towards this spawning stone and enter inside of the metallic crystal-growing dome on the outside. And the crystals are interesting. They're have you guys ever seen a bismuth crystal? Where it's like
Yeah.
a square
Sure.
concentric. So it's like that rather than like a regular type of crystal, kind of growing on the outside.
Sure.
You guys enter in and see the spawning stone within. Currently, you guys are the only ones in this place. Vithnera turns. He's like, there is very few who ever see this because of its destructive power, and I would ask that all of you steel your minds. Relax as much as you can. The only thing that can hurt you here is the things that you manifest. There is no danger, I promise you. None at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bless on myself, Ficer, and Bloodscale.
Perfect. Mark yourselves as
If I'm
blessed.
if I'm stealing my mind, I'm going to attempt to. Because I'm sure the dragons are far better at this than me, and they would have to help with this anyways.
In this place, the dragons are much farther away than normal. They are not going to be of much help here.
Okay, cool. That's fine. That's a thing.
The babies
I-
are multiplying.
I have bardic inspiration that helps with like fear conditions, I believe.
Okay.
Can I toss a couple of those out?
Let me pull it up here
I don't-
and see.
yeah.
You can only have one.
Bardic
or-
inspiration.
No, that's not right. Hold on. Let me see what you're talking about here. Okay, here we go.
As a bonus action, a creature other than you within 60 feet can hear you gains an inspiration die. For 10 minutes, the creature can add it to one ability check, attack roll, saving throw. This can be added after roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Perfect.
Doesn't
Okay,
limit
so
on.
How many of these did you want to use, Vicer?
Sorry. Maybe it's my mask, the Visage of Delight and what about Disaster or whatever. I think there's one that specifically helps with like fear is all.
Delight. You inspire a creature with a joyful or uplifting performance. That creature has advantage on saving throws to resist frightened condition for 1 minute following your performance. In addition, that creature uses a bardic inspiration die. It gains temporary hit points equal to twice the amount they rolled.
Great.
So,
Oh, wow.
who would you like to inspire?
Let's do Zephyr.
Zephyr. Okay. Perfect. Zephyr,
Okay.
Mark down a bardic inspiration of Delight. And for any upcoming
So that means I get.
So, like I said, bardic inspiration die is so this would be a D10 to roll to add to any check, and you are you have advantage on saving throws concerning the frightened condition, but you can add that D10 to any check roll, or you can use it as regular bardic inspiration.
And then,
Cool.
is that the only bardic inspiration I can have up, or can I throw out others too, or no?
You can throw out others. You have 6 per long rest.
This seems like a good spot to use those, because they can use those for checks, right?
That's true.
But we can only use it once and then it goes away, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And right now, your regular bardic inspiration is a D6, not a D10. The D10 specific to the Visage of Delight and Disaster.
Right. I'm gonna toss them to whoever's not blessed.
Perfect. So that'd be Zarek and Ulu?
Blue.
Yep.
Perfect. All right. So mark down your D6s and have them ready for to go as you have bardic inspiration. And what is there any specific song that you're playing as comes through, or are you just experimenting with your new?
Nope.
Just like as she's talking, I'm rubbing the rings together in sort of like the theme of the Dawnforged, just to remind everybody, like, yeah, this is who we are. Like, we got this. And
Oh, excellent.
yeah.
So this background music, and I'm gonna roll a D20 for you since you're driving.
Thank you.
All right. So this.
Hey, you don't have a dashboard dice tray?
I know, right? Oh, look at that! I got a 20. That's crazy.
It was a 4, so nothing happens.
Thank you, Amelia.
Adorable. That wasn't Amelia. Which of
Nope,
your kids
it's
was
M.
it? It is M.
Oh,
Okay.
It's Emery.
Thank you, Emery.
She's drumming on Zach's head. This is great.
I had to keep her away from my keyboard.
Smart.
It lights up. That's all she can see.
Yeah.
Perfect. So 4, nothing happens. But you guys continue. Everybody mark down your inspirations, and all right. So we must all bend our wills together. The easiest way to concentrate together, I have found, is a chant. Now, what is it exactly you wish for this Bloodscale?
Well, if we could try to get Gelthic back in here, that'd be great. However, I have no idea, because it's been a while, whether his soul has lost to time and space. So if it has to be a new Octarine, it has to be a new Octarine.
Alright.
Let's see.
Lysander,
Let's see if let's see. If, I'm just trying to think of a chant. Sorry.
No, it's okay. She's actually, Vithera looks to you. With your musical talent, if you would come up for a chant for us, it would be most welcome.
Let's see. If Gilthic be seen, bring us the Octarine. Something like that. We could do that. We've got seen and Octarine. Let's see. Let's see.
Let
Definitely need the
Gilthic-
word Octarine in there, right?
Let Gilthic return or new be born? No, that isn't rhyme. She's thinking out loud.
What's Gilthic's last name?
The dragons don't have last names.
Yeah,
his last name is
I
the
like Madonna.
Octarine.
Let's see. Gilthic or next. Let Gilthic or next take a new breath. No, that breath doesn't rhyme. Fuck's sake. Gilthic or successor to be born.
Gilthic the Octarine, rebirth in the
Through
steel
dream.
dream? I don't. That's what I had.
Made it home, so.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. If Octarine is needed, bring Gilthid or have
Whoever's
or him
Octarine
succeeded.
returned from the dream. How's that?
What was it?
No, we don't want ifs.
What did you say?
Who should be the Octarine? Let them be seen. How's that?
Very well.
Let fate figure out if Gilthic can come back from that.
All right. So, and
As long as the black's okay with that.
there
Are
doesn't
you
seem to be
good?
any objections from the dragons. I have to close my door. Give me 1 second. All right. So, all right for this, Vicer, would you be so
I'm just gonna
kind
do a little-
as to provide some music for the chant?
Sure. Absolutely. And fucking start up a little like mambo. No, I'm just kidding. Just a real simple rhythm for everyone to follow.
Perfect. And so
With
you,
that.
also, you all
Yep.
kind of, and if you would bring the egg out,
All right.
and the bone.
Yeah, bones.
She takes the
bag
bone
anyways.
from-
Plop them on the floor.
Perfect. She places the bone of Gilthic on top of the egg, and then she sits, crosses her legs, and starts the chant. I need all of you to make intelligence saving throws. You may use any inspiration you have, and any advantage you have, and any blessing you have. Let's see what we got.
Do we have to call it before we roll it?
You have to call it before I tell you what happens.
All right, I'll
Okay.
use.
The inspiration is a D6, right?
Yes, unless your Visage of Disaster and Delight, then it's D10.
And then
Oh, I got it.
Vicer, Bloodscale, and me have a D4 to it.
Yeah, I am
And,
going to use my inspiration.
Perfect. Roll it.
That's a 23 total for Zarek.
Perfect.
Honestly, that's really good for blood scale, so I'm not going to chance that.
Good time.
Well, don't forget your D4.
Yep, you have a D4
Yeah.
from Bless.
I got
Oh.
24.
Perfect. So
25.
23, 24, 25, 15. Ulu, go ahead and roll.
Is it a check or a saving throw?
Saving throw.
Ah, okay. Wrong character.
Perfect. Then you're blessed, Ulu, I believe. So you can. Oh no, you had inspiration. Good D3.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, D6, 4, 3. Good. And then.
Oh no, I'm using a luck point.
Okay.
Jesus.
Trying to fuck it all up.
That's how we get another one.
Way better.
Don't forget your D4.
Much better.
Yeah, way better.
Hey!
Oh,
There it
shit.
is.
It's alright. So,
I'm just lucky that way.
damn, dude. 10, 15, 23, 24, 22. That sound right to everybody?
Yeesh.
Roll for Mesnos if you haven't already, and maybe I missed it.
I did.
I missed
You had
it.
a 20.
20. All right, there we go. All right, perfect. And a 20. Good God. Good rolls, guys. Okay.
Not letting Threesa participate on this.
He's unable to, being a simulacrum.
I know, I was joking.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So then we'll do this. Okay. Okay, so you all take 11 points of psychic damage. You guys watch as you're all chanting, and you will feel something, a smallest piece of yourself, float away from you and into the egg. You see the egg start glowing as each bit comes from you, and the scales that had remained that were not of any particular draconic color, they flash with clear inspiration from each of you as they're pulled together, and the egg starts to spin ever so slightly. The bit of bone that you put on the top sinks into the middle of it, being now encased in the egg. It kind of rises up, and you all see a flash of a color you cannot place and do not recognize, and is impossible to describe with the vernacular that I have. There's nothing. There's no way to describe.
According to Terry
this.
Pratchett, it's kind of a greenish purple, though.
Kind of a greenish purple.
A little bit of everything.
Lemon blue, if you will. You know,
Oh god damn it.
a light Wednesday? No, okay. But
Did everything just taste blue for a second?
and then it kind of slowly sinks back down. And whatever happened has happened. It's hard to know exactly what it was, but Vithnera kind of looks up. She's like, I believe it is far more real than it was before.
I'm just gonna check with the axe and see if they seem excited.
The axe, all lighted eyes are. They're not as strong as they normally would be because of the distance, but all of them are on. Clearly visible.
I think the committee's happy.
Neat.
Gonna put this back in the papoose real quick.
And you, as you look around, each of you has just like a single drop of blood coming from either an eye, your nose, or an ear. Like each of you is. This one took a little bit out of you, but
Yeah.
you see, Vithnera also shares bleeding from her left eye. It's
Hey,
almost like
he
a-
helped.
Of course, that is what you. I could not let you do something so momentous and not contribute myself.
Oh, so we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
I forgot to ask: is Garmorn with you?
Yeah, we would have taken him if we could have.
You see, Garmorn is bleeding a little bit from his mouth, so he kind of like wipes away. An interesting experience, to be sure.
Shit, man, I don't even see you. That's
Be
saying
quiet when you want to be.
something. Yeah.
It is one of the things my mother taught me.
Because he wanted to go to Time Town with us, so.
Very much so.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, I hope that is what we've done here will come to fruition. Although now I feel this new object is far more delicate than it previously was, so take very good care of it. She picks it up and hands it back to you, Bloodskill.
It goes lightly in the papoose, but Bloodscale's still just wondering, when should I blast? Should I blast this thing? Should I? So when you say far more delicate,
Yes.
it's still a dragon egg, though, right?
I believe now it is. Before it was solid metal. Now it is
So-
something completely new. Or other, from my experience.
Okay, so dragon eggs just absorb the type of energy that they are.
That is correct from my understanding. It prevents the eggs from being destroyed in the environments that most dragons of mating age tend to stay.
And the egg still has like a bit of every color on it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so back to in character. So since this has every color on it, and if it can absorb that type of stuff, what would happen if I dumped every color into this?
That is an interesting question. Let's see what she thinks. I mean, it is a possibility that it would work. I don't know whether it would absorb it or merely be immune to its effects. But it's still... it is hard for me to tell whether it maintains any of the Felicag properties.
Baby! Haha!
Come here, Noodle.
Get him, baby!
And
Yeah.
the Felicag absorption of energy would not be the same as an egg, but I don't know how much of that remains with the reality shaping that we have just attempted. It is...
Well, so here's the thing. Because the dragons seem farther away right now, so it might be weaker.
Yes.
We could try it.
Try what?
Dumping every color into this.
Are you suggesting breathing every color, every elemental property, every possible destructive thing that you can do from a dragon into a single egg?
If it can absorb in normal circumstances said things, why not?
I merely ask because I would not have you re-enter the city to do this. I would have you...
Oh no, I was gonna ask if you had like a dock facing out into the astral sea that had like a plinth that we could attach it to, and then I could just kind of do it out into nothingness.
Well, once we exit the dome, merely look up. And she...
No, I wasn't gonna do it here, but I also kind of wanted something to like put the egg on and have it like held in place.
I fear I have nothing that would survive such a hellstorm of magical destruction.
Well, I already know my hands can't.
Oh,
Thanks, Trier.
you are not immune to your own...
I mean, if it was my normal one, yes. Then again, I haven't tried it.
Have you tried
Like
it
I
since
had this
you-
whole arm like completely burned off by a red dragon before. She had to Zephyr here had to regenerate it, and it was all red after that.
Did the...
It was.
So you did it before you had this red companion?
No, he did it to me.
So the red had a display of power over you.
I mean, that's what he does.
It's very well known, red dragons, to do such a thing. But if it has not happened since you've had the breath and your red companion, I would assume that your hands would be okay.
I mean, just have a healer on tap is all I'm asking.
Absolutely.
I'm right here.
Yeah, but we gotta go to Time Town. Might need yours.
I will not ask.
But, so,
Da.
who,
That's me.
do we want some people around for this?
I would keep this is private matter.
The moment I shoot this out of my face, it's not going to be private anymore.
Yes, but you may not be in the place where it lingers when others come to investigate. It's my thoughts.
They'll just see a light show. They don't need to know. the
That's
reason.
fair. I turned to the guard guy whose name Bloodscale never learned.
That's fair.
So when I get out of this dome, I'm gonna look up and away from everything, and this giant beam is gonna shoot out of my face.
That is, as long as you're not going to damage anything in the city or damage the
Oh
city
no, I'm
itself,
definitely trying not to. I'm just saying we might need a little crowd control, get everybody away before I do it.
Well, you will be the angle which you would be firing from down here would be below the city. Those above would have a very
How far
Those-
away is the city from here?
well. We are at its center, so everything you saw above the giant city of 2 million, and everything
I-
that
I
surrounded
get-
it, you are below.
Is
that.
it farther than 90 feet above us?
Absolutely.
Oh, then we should be fine.
And if you point directly upwards, it would be as though you were firing deeper into an underground. They would have no chance of knowing you have done anything.
Okay, that's very helpful. 'Cause this might get weird. I have no idea. This also might just destroy this thing, and we gotta try a different thing. But I'm giving it a shot. Fuck it, let's go.
To risk it, alright, very well.
My entire life has been fuck it, let's go. So let's just continue on that track.
Okay. And you guys,
Everybody ready to see some fucking crazy ass shit, possibly?
you guys look up into
Always.
the insanity that is
Yes.
the astral sea.
You sure, Manacle Man?
Hey
The
man,
manacles.
these things keep me grounded. They keep
He
me
takes him
grounded.
off and he's like, "Oh, there goes gravity."
Oh, it goes gravity. Nope, not doing it. I will not endorse this
Nope,
insanity.
you know.
You already did.
It's
Too late.
It's too late. Okay.
I will ask the lady if she wishes to come see.
Absolutely. I would love to witness such a magical spectacle. Maybe I can recreate it one day if I can observe it now. All right. So you guys go outside. You look upwards and you hold the egg in your hand as you look straight up. You take a deep breath. You feel the magic pool just behind your jaw. You feel that same familiar power, the tingling warmth, ice, all mixing together to eventually become just this exaltation of power. The excitement builds. You open your mouth. All of you see this gigantic flash of pure white light that seems to also shine as if some sort of as if to have a metallic sheen to it as it bursts forward from the mouth of Bloodscale. At first, you see the gigantic 90-foot cone fly out to every side, and then you see it slowly being pulled in and in and in, and pretty soon, Bloodscale is just releasing this dragon breath, almost screaming, it looks like, into this egg, it absorbing every ounce and every tiny bit of energy from this breath. And as
I
you
put my sunglasses.
the particular lenses of your eyes float away and a darker pair float in as they shine. And then at the end of the breath, you're holding this egg that now glows with the exact color of the breath weapon, and it glows extremely brightly.
Well, hurts every time.
The breath weapon doesn't hurt, actually. Not in the same way that the changing
No,
of
the
weapons
yelling.
hurts. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
Well, that's new and nifty.
All right. Well done.
I mean, it didn't crack open into a million pieces, so that's great.
Always a bonus.
I I'm fascinated by the power that you wield. It is something.
You should see the destruction that it can wreak upon Knowles.
Yeah, that was a
I'm
lot of no.
extremely
Not anymore.
glad you did not do this in the city.
I was trying not to.
Do you know how you combine the elements together?
Yeah, see my face?
Yes.
Yeah, that.
And see, they go through his face.
Of course.
In fact, they were all kind of a little dim when we got here. They should be dimmer now that I used all that power.
And you guys do see that Bloodscale, like, all of the eyes at this point are closed, other than his two normal natural eyes. He is a bit dimmer. Like, even all of you at this point can see the fading of the color in his scales and the sheen that goes over them. Stop crawling in the corner.
I gotta do what I want. I'm new to this thing.
No, she keeps crawling to the corner and flipping the little doorstop. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
She's just happy about
She's
it.
a cat. She's a cat.
I'm gonna tuck this egg away. Zarek, wasn't there something you wanted from the library?
Specifically, no, I primarily wanted confirmation that our efforts to protect my people and their greatest minds was not in vain.
Oh, I thought you wanted to
Though
tell.
perhaps
I thought you wanted
a
to know.
teleport spell would be useful going forward. It is not always going to be convenient to use plane shift to travel around the material plane.
I believe I can help with that. Give me 1 second. I'm going to see if the baby goes down. We'll be right back.
my God, did we start?
Yes, yeah. And we're
Got
back.
him.
Got him. All right, perfect. So, let's see. Yeah, you place the glowing egg underneath your cloak, and Vithnera turns to you, Zedek, and she's like, "This is something I can help with. Come, follow." And she turns and takes you guys back to the elevator. And Uza, are you ready for the really fun one?
Oh, if there's an even quickly take off the manacles and grab onto the floor and scurry my way over to the elevator.
As you get in, the elevator activates, and again, you guys feel like you're falling, but the opposite direction. You feel
Upward?
you feel like you're falling upward, even though your feet never leave the glass of the elevator. You, and then as you continue to fall and fall and fall and fall and fall, and you guys see the opposite. You see first the ground, the stone, the granite, the sewer system up, the scribes all writing away at different books, and then through the library itself, and then you see it below you. Even though you feel like you're falling up, you see it below you, the fractal pattern as you come up from the center of it, seemingly growing out around you as you go higher and higher before you find yourself once again in the crystal sanctum at the top. And, now. And then the feeling of falling goes away as you feel as the elevator centers itself. The doors
This
open.
place
and
is
she walks
awesome.
up. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was fun.
This is so much fun. You want to do it
Have a
again?
great.
Wait, we gotta save the world and then we can do it again. Do I feel normal now?
Yes, yeah. Not being
Okay.
the astral state itself being out of sight, it doesn't trick your mind into thinking you're going to fall off the earth at any point. So it's your mind is able to settle, and you don't feel like you need the manacles anymore. Oh, I forgot to ask. Give me a thieves' tool check to unlock the manacles, because you don't have a key.
Yeah. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm just gonna do a deck save because that's still proficiency plus deck.
Totally fair.
Oh,
It's you fucking Roger Rabbit it like they were never locked in the first place.
Just would have been funny till now.
And you kind of just toss them back to Mesnos, who's like, he's like holding the key like he was gonna be like going to. Okay.
it's faster. Thank you though.
I mean, yeah. Tucks the key.
No jail can hold me. Except for that one jail that held me.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
You did freak out a little.
Quite
This is a-
holdable, actually.
Yeah. Well, at the time, maybe not
At the
now.
time.
Obviously.
Maybe not now. Yeah.
Did get to see a racist get decapitated, so that was nice.
Well,
Never
well,
a bad thing.
well, they're speaking to each other. Zadok, you see Vithnera speaking to a crystal. She pulls out of her pocket and then she puts it back. And then she goes over to a certain spot and she reaches down and she pokes the floor. And as she does, the crystal slab raises up as if it was like a desk. And you see, you see it's pure, clear crystal as she does. And then you see a scroll start going across the desk. And you see she closes her eyes, puts her hand down, and she holds a part of this necklace that she has. And you see the writing pull up off of the desk. And she turns to you and says, "Hold out your spellbook." You hold out the crystal that stores your spells that's on the back of your mind caster, and the rest of you see this script made almost of pure energy. She just reaches out. Her eyes are closed, but as she gestures forward, you see the script spiral into this crystal, and then as it hits, the crystal starts to absorb it and pull it in, almost as if it's water being poured into something, and it goes faster and faster. And then you see the crystal glow and shine for a second, and you see the script on the outside. It is in Gith, so none of the rest of you can read it, but Zarek, you would see that as it locks in, it just says, every fragment of the crystal just shows the word teleport. Go ahead and mark that in your spellbook. You now know the teleport spell.
Hey.
I love it.
Just unlocked Uber.
And you see she kind of like she is
Uber.
she goes and it looks like she's gonna fall over for a second before crystals rise out of the ground and catch her, and she kind of is nothing like a little magical effort for those who would save the world. I believe.
Thank you.
Of course. And do you have the circle for the city yet?
I don't remember if we do.
And that we can convey in much more mundane means. And she walks behind her, and she reaches up and pulls what looks like she's pulling from nothingness. But you see she grabs onto something, and as she pulls it, a book kind of appears, as if sliding out of the crystal. And she's like, any book in the library. She opens it and tears out a page and hands you a page of this book that has the circle for coming back to Shrakit Lor. And then she closes it and have it repaired. And she lets go of it, and as it drops, a tube opened up beneath her and falls down to where you would know would be now the repair, recovery, and creation of books and scribes within the library. You just see it drop.
Rad.
I'm sure we will be seeing each other again. If you succeed, if you do not, then we will try to be a sanctuary to those who are left floating in the nothingness.
I intend for the first one.
Then may your intention become reality, as you are learning, Dreamsmith, Zarek.
Ooh, did you just get a promotion?
I see the potential within you, the motes of potential. You are able to pull luck out of the air. Use them more. They will serve you well.
Thank you.
Now, where are you headed?
The brain fart. Name of place.
Thought many forwards.
That place.
Perfect.
Right.
Yep, Navat Mini Fords. Do you remember where specifically you were given the anchor to?
Oh gosh.
Art college?
Yeah, that's right.
Arts College.
The singy song place. The school of stories.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So, oh, excuse me.
Disgusting!
Absolutely.
Jacked us to this
just-
ridiculousness.
So, you are going to the Bardic College on the Reppenstall Peninsula, and you would know that is looked over by the master bard minstrel Garviel Brightnote. This was given to you, information to you by the bard you guys met in the glacier so long ago, and then reinforced by like a couple sessions ago. Anyway, yeah, the Rippenstall Peninsula. So, if you would share the circle with me, I will make sure you have more of your resources available to you, as you will need them.
That would be sweet.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Very well. All of you, step within the circle. And as she gestures, you see she like flicks her foot forward, like as if and puts her foot like onto the crystal, and it's almost as like a dancer. She points her toe and then she flips it to the side, and as she does, a ring appears in the crystal around all of you. Good luck. Stay safe. Let me know what happens with that egg. May your
I'll
will-
try.
May your will bring its intention to reality. May reality accept that intention. And may you save it all from destruction. Good luck. And as she says good luck, she steps down, and you see the raised ring that had come around you. It clicks downwards, and you see runes activate as this place disappears around you. And as you see, it's strange. It's almost as if a wind blows the scene away from you, and you feel as though you're spinning for a second. and then you find this new tableau around you kind of locks into place. You're inside of a stone building. It is made the air has a moist quality to it. It feels like it's either going to rain or has just rained. And there are no windows in this place. And it is quiet. No torches are lit. Those of you with dark vision, you can see that this place is abandoned.
Is it under the same magical darkness as we've seen other places?
It is.
Yes.
What'd you like
Well,
to
let's
Um,
try to get out of here. Maybe find somebody.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's anybody lurking around, watching
Check
us
traps,
on
maybe?
patrol. Yeah.
do? Perfect.
First,
Right.
check for anybody around, or listen, look, and then check for trap.
Perfect. Okay. So go ahead and give me a perception check. And then, let's see. Oh, that was fast. 25. Okay.
Zarek's gonna do some detect magic.
Perfect. Zark, give me an investigation check as well. Perfect. Okay. So, both of you looking around. So, Uza, you find no traps. This place is just gone quiet. It doesn't appear it appears that the people here have fled. There's evidence around of books being left open with quills, not even dropped back into their inkwell. There's half-eaten biscuits and things left as you guys continue to walk through this place. You walk
Took
out
off
into
in
the
a
corridor.
panic.
You come across a food hall where people have been eating, and a mess hall, I should say. There's even it's clear that what was cooking in this pot, it's hard to tell what it was. It was probably a stew of some sort, was left in such a hurry that the fire beneath it didn't get put out, and it burned to coal inside of it.
Is there any way to tell how long it's been?
Is there any heat left?
There is
Like,
absolutely no heat left. It has definitely been more than a week.
Okay, so the food's like decomposed. The biscuits are stale. Food is moldy.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. And then, Zarek, as you're looking around, your detect magic pings. There's an illusion magic on several stones at your feet. And as you look down, there's an illusion of stones that creates a path towards a wall. That is also an illusion.
Follow the yellow brick road, but carefully,
So,
not skipping.
not skipping? Can you even follow the yellow brick road without skipping? No, I'm just kidding. So, you
Don't
guys
fall off Snake Way.
Follow the illusion brick road.
Snake way. Let's go, sir. So you guys continue to make your way forward. As soon as you get to the wall, the illusion breaks. The rest of you watch Zarek just walk towards a wall, place his hand out, and to the rest you see the bricks fall to the ground in this programmed illusion. But as they fall and hit the ground and pile up about halfway through, they dissipate away and leave just this single word in bricks. Welcome.
Well, I mean, that's
That's a good sign, right?
right. It's either a very good sign or a very bad sign.
Yeah, 1 of 2.
What are you doing?
Is there any?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say if we're gonna move in, I would suggest that probably me and Zarek go first. But yeah, go ahead. If I don't have to walk into the spooky hole without further ideas, by all means.
Well, I was just gonna look around and see if there's anything that indicated musical anything. Maybe
Make an
like a chord to play, or like
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. 21.
Yes, actually. So looking around with a 21, you, as everybody's kind of looking at this welcome and trying to figure out what to do next, you notice that the stone on the walls beside this, there are darker stones set into this light gray stone that are clearly a musical staff with a pattern of notes on it.
I buzz them out on my finger rings.
Perfect. So you guys hear it's a G, C, A, and then F sharp chords. And as you play these, the welcome it glows so that and as it glows, the shapes rearrange and it says back.
It says back.
I'm gonna step away from
Like
this.
welcome back.
Exactly.
Bloodscale took it literally and stepped backwards.
Just okay. So
You do see
Something penitent man.
a small
we are-
light after you play the chords. You do see a small light farther down the passage light up.
just so we know when we get down there, if this is the Bard's College and they're not all dead and this is a horrendous trap. Are we looking for Garvel Brightnote or Nicrum Folstrom?
They're the same person.
They are the same person. Okay, so I have trustworthy written next to those names. Always, people with multiple names are very
I
trustworthy.
think they go by
Look.
Bright Note here.
Nakarian Flosham, you were told, is his real name, and that's a good way to let
That's
him
right,
know
and
that
the okay.
friends. Because Garviel Brightnote sounds much better than Flosham.
That's right. It was a stage name. Okay,
Exactly.
thank you for the reminder. All right. So do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first? Bard
I'll check it out. Wait, did it.
or Bard?
I'm gonna stealth and then go.
Bard,
Give me
Sir.
a stealth choke.
Blop. 27.
Oh shit! Nice. I'll be going right behind him.
Okay, stealth check. Or do you want, if you want to be stealthy, I should say.
Natural one.
So, you guys start forward, and Vicer, you take a deep breath, and you, as walking forward, you almost are able to use the rings to counter the sound of your own footsteps with just this slight noise of breeze, and you're like you almost disappear into the darkness. It was you see that and you're like, I could do that too. And from behind you, Vicer, you hear
I look at him for a second. What are you doing? Like, what is that? What
You're
is that?
interrupting me.
Alright.
as Uza continues to make wind sounds to cover the sound of
Can I use minor illusion to make actual wind noises to cover us? Cover it?
Absolutely. So you guys continue forward. And then you see, as you walk forward, lit on the wall says, "Do not forget the light of the Zila Rakim." First chord. As you read this, give me a history check, Vicer.
Oh, can I help him with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I remember lore-wise there was and I'll loudly remind him of it. Wasn't there a song in Kern? Yeah, but natural one. Wasn't there a song in Kern about the Zila Rakim that you had to play?
Yeah, I think there was. Hold on, I'm thinking of it, and then I start to play the song.
Perfect. Yes, there was. The Light of the Zila Rakim was one of the approved songs when you became part of the Bards Guild
right.
in Kern.
I remember stuff.
That was about the...
Thank God someone does.
Yeah, exactly. So you remember the first chord, you're like, what the hell was that? E flat major. And you throw that chord, and as you do, below you, you see the illusion of the floor in front of you disappear, You see the spikes below rise and then flatten. So you have now a clear path in front of you that you're not going to fall in and hurt yourself.
I'm really glad that you went first.
Yeah, me too. I tell everyone on the psychic stone that what's going on. Basically.
Perfect. Actually, so right now, that's actually an excellent question. Have you guys linked mentally, or are you guys still using the sending stones?
Sending stones, but whoever
Yeah.
doesn't have a sending stone blood scale will just be like, hey, we're okay.
Okay, excellent. All right, so
Stick with me. Stick behind the big boy.
As you continue further, so you see the light that was lighting up those words disappear, and then farther down you see another light around a corner. You continue forward and forward, and you notice now on the sides of the walls there's more and more dark stone that has formed itself into the musical staves around you. You continue forward, and you see this purely made of light illusion of a very beautiful looking elf with gold hair, mostly androgynous from what you can tell, smile on their face. And as you walk forward, they're like, and before you can go any further, what is the name of the greatest bard ever to live?
Vicer Guile. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you say that out loud? Would Vicer say that?
I'm going to back up when Vicer says that.
I was gonna think about it for a second, because I don't think Vicer knows any bards.
That's fair.
Use the guy's real name.
But would Vicer say
Don't
it?
use his stage name, but also as soon as that question pops up, knowing the answer is going to back up from Vicer. Knowing Vicer.
What does Vicer do?
I'm just gonna say, what if I had to guess? If I had to make a statement, I'd say, well, probably, Vicer Guile.
Make a charisma saving throw. 18. Okay. With an 18, you watch as this figure distorts and becomes this hideous creature and lashes out forward, and then with an 18, it stops and then pulls back into itself. Like, I fear you may be correct.
Boy, that's good. Who the hell are you? Hi, how are you doing? Who are you?
Who is the greatest bard? And as it starts its sentence again, the illusion vanishes.
I was you.
As in the whole elf thing's gone?
The whole elf illusion is gone.
Okay.
And is it the guy we were looking for? Or?
It
You've
didn't
never
give you a
seen
name or anything. You haven't seen him, so you wouldn't know. Do you continue forward?
I'd be like, and you are?
You say, and you are, and you are, and you are. You hear an echo.
Is there another light ahead?
This place is built in such a way you hear your echo start to change pitch. And you are, and you are, and you are, and you are.
That's neat. That's neat.
That's neat, that's neat, that's neat, that's neat.
See, I told you I'm the best.
The best, the best, the best, the best. It's at that point you hear footsteps.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be the people.
Which direction?
Coming
Blood
from
scale's going to ready.
coming from deeper inside of the tunnel that you guys are headed down.
I think we should use his stage name now.
What's the stage name again?
Garvel Brightnote.
I wonder if I'm as good as Garvel Brightnote.
As you say bright note, it cuts into chords and it goes bright note, bright note, bright bright note. As you see this elf, the spitting image of that exact construct you just saw, only he's gold hair that almost glows from a bright of brightness. He has tattoos accentuating his cheekbones as he walks out in garb competitive with the outrageousness of Viserys. Not quite to that level, mind you.
That's considerable.
He's
You have
got
to take into account that he got it from a god.
he's got a collar that comes up way too high, and you notice that the collar is matching of his elf ears that come out into the sides that are very high as well, and his eyes glow with this bright green, and the bright green is also reflected in his outfit as he walks forward and he's like, I do believe I've had the pleasure of someone who has been able to pass the test of being greater than I, Garviel Brightnote. It is a pleasure to see you, and also a welcome change from all of the considerably less friendly things that have wandered these halls of late. I assume you are Viser Guile.
Absolutely.
Only the best introduce themselves when asked who the best are. I appreciate that.
You know it. I mean, you know,
And
nothing wrong with the silver medal, right?
dare I ask, what brings you to this nightmare of a place? In its current state, I promise when I run things, it's not normally so dark and droll. And who is that fellow behind you making wind noises? You can stop that now.
This is Uza.
Uza.
Oh,
To know who we are, I think an introduction is in order. And I strike up the rings and I give him the fucking quick but awesome, like as cool as it's ever been version of the Dawnforged song.
As
during that 8-minute rendition, I'm going to sit down and get comfortable.
The rest of you on the outside hear Viser strike up the song, and then as you're playing, you see
I'm also going to
Garviel-
be casting Minor Illusion to show things while I'm doing it. Fucking
You see,
really just going
he-
ham.
as you're playing this on the rings, he reaches behind himself and he pulls out. Sorry, one second. He pulls out a lute, and he starts. And as you're playing, he just stares at you and he starts playing along this. The melody, like as first as you play it, then he adds like the chords, and then he like does this like triple undertone with also pinging harmonics, so it's like and adding this completely other melody that fits within your chord structure over the top, and as you're playing is you can tell he's showing off a little but also trying to prove who he is. You would know that with your passive insight.
I would know what.
Oh, you don't have a passive. Your passive insight 13. Never mind.
I'm not insightful.
Mine's 19, if that matters.
19 would do that. Yeah, it was a 15 passive insight. I actually saw your investigation. But yeah, so, you would get that he is with that passive insight of 19. You would notice that he is trying to prove who he is and is also terrified.
Terrifying or terrified?
Terrified.
Okay.
Well, I mean, the world is a giant hellhole right now. It makes sense.
And as you reach the end of the song, you see his focus start to break down, and the chords become minor and dissonant, and he just stops playing after only two or three bars of this off-putting, terrible sound. And he shakes his head and puts his lute on his back, and then looks up, and even then, Viser, even you catch up on how terrified he is, as for just a second before he covers it again with this mask of smile.
Bloodscale's going to tap Ooze on the back and just like, I think it's time for the actual introduction.
I explain about Obator and who everyone is in the song. I explain what our mission is.
Yeah,
and we're
no,
here for
the
time
actual
slot.
introduction is using the guy's actual name.
When he did.
Garfield Brighton.
No. That's his stage name. Actual name.
Yeah. Look, Nikram, you don't gotta.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
You don't. I said, you don't like. We get it, man. We're here to help.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Before that, what did you say?
Is there anybody else with him? Is it
No,
just him?
It's just him.
Oh, okay. Nikram, Flossrum,
Do you mean
Look,
Nicarian Flosham?
yeah. Look. My notes are really bad. Okay, I'm eight. My
hold
spelling's
on.
terrible.
8 is mature for your particular situation.
Shut up! Why is everybody blowing my cover on that? These
You
days?
are an adult. You
damn it.
literally
You're an
went through a
adult.
thing to make you an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
is that-
you just it's weird that you don't embrace it.
Who has told you this name? Who gave you that?
Your mama.
I doubt that highly.
Oh no, shit! Who did give us that name? That I don't have.
Uzo would know, right?
Isn't it the guy that's in the hallway with us?
No, I think it was either like Rash or Alcaeus.
It was Rash.
Rash. It was Rash.
Yeah, Rashildolin.
Yeah, he was. He said you would be a good point of contact over here.
Excellent. And how, Rashildolin, excellent. I assume hard to pull him away from his family, I imagine, but...
Oh, that.
That's
Yeah, that's bad.
in a ropes.
Oh.
Easier now than it used to be.
Oh wow!
I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was bad even by my
Oh.
standards. Woof.
I'm gonna go ahead and take 20 points of psychic damage.
You know, Feister, you know what wall I had to talk him down off of? Jesus fuck, man.
I apologize if that is...
I don't really say that.
Rash is in a bad
Yeah.
spot mentally. Let's just put it that way.
so... I apologize. I haven't heard anything from him in years. For him to suddenly...
It's okay. We don't blame you. It's just yeah. Don't open with that when you get to Kern.
When I get
Yeah,
to...
that's a wound. Like a giant
Sorry.
giant wound.
But why would I leave my home here?
Because the
Walk around in
nightmare's
the dark,
coming for you.
Yeah. Have you slept well lately?
Have you slept at all lately?
His face, like, the mask of a smile, like, freezes in place. And then
You know what? Hold on
eyes
one
go
second.
far away for a second.
I'm gonna
No.
Take that as a no.
touch his hands. Is he wearing any rings?
He's not
Rings
wearing
of
any
spell
rings.
scoring. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
be careful on that one.
do not feel the need to leave the Bright Note College. Were I to leave this place, who knows what would become of it.
Are you
It's
the only
my-
one here?
I don't think it would change that much, honestly, dude.
It
Like,
is my
I
responsibility.
Look, I mean, at this point, most of the world is kind of at stake for this, and you're not going to be able to do any good here. Like, you may, if you're able, if the world has disappeared into nightmare and darkness, this place will be as gone as anywhere else. You might as well go to Kern, where there's safety, and you can help join the fight.
And you can sleep.
And you can sleep, like, really sleep.
And have good dreams.
And be
Or at
actually
least
rest in
no
the-
dreams. One of the
Yeah.
two.
Some things are
And-
worth
and-
more than safety. What can I help
I'm telling
with?
you that this isn't really like a safety thing. Like the fight that we're fighting, if we lose, this college will be as gone as everything else.
Then I
you
will
wanna
see
help.
it go.
Look, man,
Well-
if you want to help, if you want to save this school, you don't fight in the school, you fight in Kern. I get it. I
Absolutely.
just had to say goodbye to my own home, one I fought for and finally got back, and I returned to it in the same state. But sometimes we have to put aside where we want to be and show up where we need to be.
True.
Besides that, why is Rash
Can always
sent
read
you?
them.
Let him talk.
I would hear why Rash Shildolin has sent you and why you have come to such a horrible place that is still wonderful, but horrible. Horrible.
I mean, we definitely-
horrible,
we def-
horrible.
We definitely met the highlight in this place, right? Yeah? You?
Are you the only one here?
Yes,
you're
I
bright.
would. Thank you.
Where
Yes,
did everyone go?
well, depends on which of them you follow. Most of them took to the sea. We figured that if We are attacked by land of all monsters and things in this permanent night that those at sea would fare better, giving those of Nightmare no thing to stand on.
I'm not. We fought this giant
Sea demon.
giant sea monster.
Sea demon. I like that so much better. Sea demon.
That is
Sure.
That is
We had to like
extremely
break open its hide and then destroy 4 like hearts. It was tough.
Four
The sea
hearts.
is not safe.
You're not
The only
talking of
safety-
the mythical Timocratus, are you?
Do you know what one of those
Absolutely.
tastes like? Because we had a bit of it.
Fascinating. I would love to try it.
Well, there's some
But,
at Kern.
Well, the Amaye, the Triton Society, told us that they could provide some small protection while we were at sea.
See what they're doing? Helping out at Kern.
Yeah,
I
the
believe it.
Zealer Akeem is the only thing that provides safety for this, you know, and unless you have one of them nearby, I'm afraid this place there's no safety other than there.
Then why have you come?
Because we got to go to Time Town.
We're getting a spell that will help us fight this battle.
Are you talking
With
of the bubbles of
Fulvitor.
time in the Vatmini fjords?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the fjords. We're pining for the fjords.
Yeah, we've been
Fjord.
fighting fjords for a while.
And you're just going to walk into them?
Well, I might fly.
Well,
I thought we were going to turn gas.
we
Yeah,
would,
so we'll all fly.
You
we'll
know
just put
that...
it this way: it would do well for us to take any advice you might have. How's that?
Well, none have ever come out of those bubbles of time. You see their frozen image still if you walk close enough.
Oh, right.
Oh.
I can take you there, but once you are there, I would consider...
Hold on. You
some-
said there's people frozen in time there?
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to know of an Aarakocra?
I myself haven't explored that particular place too
Okay, that's...
intensely, as the bubbles tend to expand and contract, and there are many different dangers that come with exploring the fjords in that particular area.
I mean, we can handle danger, right, guys? I mean, we did so in the Abyss.
We can, but I
I literally have
guide's
like 9
never-
dragons in my head right now, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck's
Well,
danger.
A guide never hurt anyone. I'll just say that.
I'm not saying that he can't guide us. I'm just saying
We're ready.
we know we're at risk. We know we're in danger. That's the only way that we're going to get this fixed.
All right then. I assume you're ready to leave now?
But I have a question.
Of course.
How do you know Rash? Because I forgot. I know he told us, but I forgot. I'm not the brightest.
Well, you see, he and his traveling companions before they were well known, before the Adventurers Academy, before Rashidland went to Kern to become very well known, they were mere adventurers, and they hired a particular bard to spread their story around, and I got many of their stories and spread them for them. I was hired in particular to be, well, you know, their voice as far as spreading the stories of their accomplishments went. It's been
Did you
years
know
since I've
Laura?
had to. Oh, yes. Miss Faywing was rather wonderful and started her academy. It's been years and years since, you know, they all of them used their wishes for different things. That luck blade that Alcaeus wields is expended of wishes, but still wonderful, wonderful equipment.
We're just going to nudge our little golden boy.
Garamorn, he kind of looks up at you and he just kind of just nods and looks forward. Doesn't say anything.
Oh, this old adventuring party. Was it Rash, Dabrin, Freylin,
Oh,
Ilaria?
no, it was Alcaeus. It was Ilaria. Let me pull up the rest of them that I don't remember off the top of my head. Give me 1 second, y'all. So the one.
Well, Dabrin and Freylin were students, so they might not
That's
have
correct.
been
yeah.
around at the time. No, Bloodscale was saying that out loud.
Oh, okay, perfect. second. It's been a while since I've had to do this.
Been a while.
Let's go was just looking for names he knew. So if you don't got it, you don't got it. It's fine.
There was Visandrol, the Earth Ganassi. And Zoaris, the lizard folk that completed that party.
Fun on a bun.
Yes. They stood
So look, in
against-
the grand scheme of things, although I could not tell if you've been fucked up by this nightmarish hellscape too much, and I'm spilling some tea.
I would spill as little tea as possible. My dreams are not entirely wholesome, and I do not enjoy them at this point.
Well, all you need to know is that we were some of Valaria's students.
Then you are to be trusted. Knowing my name, my old name, that I hope one day will die off because it's terrible. Flosham. Ugh. I would ask more. My curiosity is eating at me.
Then let's do this.
No, do not
You guide
tell
us
me
a bit
anything.
through the fjords. We all get our asses to Kern, and you can ask as many things as you want in that safety.
I would welcome that. Now, it sounds like we have no time to waste, and though it is permanent night, they do gather in waves, and we should leave now before there is any collection around our conscious thoughts. They seem to be able to track large groups much easier than they can a single person.
Alright.
So,
Is there any sort of insight check or something we can do to make sure that it's him?
absolutely, you go. And, anybody who would like to go and give me an insight check. He's been talking long enough that I could assume you guys could do checks at different points and stuff like that. So, 28. Okay, 11.
Blood scale's not insightful. It's just not happening.
All right, and then a
Yeah,
16.
19.
All right. So, all of you get that he is barely holding on to his sheen of calm. With a 16, you would get that he's telling the truth. He does know about all of these things that he claims to have knowledge of. With a 28, you would understand that his pride has so strong and his ego is so strong. Those are the things that nail him to this spot. With a 28, you would know that the reason he struggles against leaving this place is because it's taken his, probably knowing his elf age, hundreds of years to become Garviel Brightnote and leave Nakara and Flosham behind him. He is clearly afraid that leaving this place will be giving up 8 of your lifetimes of work.
Not more.
It's
I'm
worth,
gonna-
this place and its reputation is worth more to him than his own life by a lot.
Okay. I'm gonna step forward and be like, Garviel, I understand this place is very important to you, and how could it not be? The Academy of Brightnote. Brightnote Academy? Which one is it?
Brightnote Academy.
Brightnote Academy. And I'm really looking forward to seeing it brought great again, but you can't do that if you're dead. If you come with us to Kern, if you guide us along our job, you're going to be pivotal in helping us beat this asshole Phobator. You can come back and rebuild without all this nightmare fuel running around. And then you get to add a whole nother tack on. Garviel Brightnote, help the Dawnforged, save the fucking world. Put that shit up in your academy.
I'll put you in the song even.
Yeah, put you in the fucking song. That's free advertising for the academy. If anything, you'll have more students afterwards. Plus,
Absolutely.
it won't be nighttime anymore. Your students will be able to see their music sheets. There's a perk right there.
Make a persuasion check, advantage from Vicer helping,
All right.
by putting him in the song.
Well, glad I had advantage. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter, but yeah. 20?
How did you roll a 17 with a 1? That's crazy. Oh,
reliable talent.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
All right.
Proficient in a lot of things.
Well, how can one argue being added to yet another, having their name added to yet another great company saving the world?
Exactly.
I mean,
All
when you
right,
think
well,
about it, we're just a subsidiary at the last. Oh, sorry.
Let's make it fast. Follow. And he starts to walk
Do you-
down the hallway.
Oh shit. Okay. Do you need to grab anything before we leave?
Nope, I am perfectly equipped for the journey ahead.
Fantastic. One last question, not involving this. Totally offbeat. We can walk and talk. Have you ever heard of an Aarakocra, not in the time bubbles, because I know you said no. There, an Aarakocra named Sirenata?
Oh, Sirenata. Oh, yes, there's some sort of legend. At one time considered the only Aarakocra left in the world. Evil could not touch Sirenata, and it was supposed that bards, particularly those of wonderful talent, could lure her into wherever they were by playing the most beautiful of songs. She had an apparent love to music, so you knew if you had a particularly wonderful or delightful performance that Sirenata may grace you with her presence, but it would be only one performance in your entire lifetime, as her tastes were such of fine quality, being immortal and all.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's fucking... That's...
Why do you ask?
I have.
So, what was your song that you were working on?
I'm sorry, what?
The song that you were working on to summon her.
Oh, no. I myself had not yet been graced by her presence. It's...
No, I know, but like the one you were working on. Because obviously someone of your renown and talent would obviously be working on something like this to prove it, right?
Flattery will get you everywhere. It is a song that I have not yet the title for. The working title is The Dance of Light and Dark, but basically I wish to, through barely magical means, create the exact song that would animate shadows into being and acting and moving as though they were real objects. I call it a shadow dance. But it has yet escaped me. I don't know if it is entirely possible without using some sort of illusory magic, but illusory magic would be cheating at this point. I wish to inspire the shadows themselves to move. That is what I've been working on.
That sounds really fucking cool. I know a really good bard that might be able to help you with that. Later, though, we got shit to do.
The greatest
Yeah,
bard in
bring
the
those
world,
down.
Vicer Guile, I've heard, yes.
That guy, yeah!
And as he
Just
walks
give a
forward,
thumbs up.
he looks back, he gives you a thumbs up, and as he winks at you, the wall, like the stones crawl away from each other and open out into this deciduous, think kind of northwest forest. It's like almost like a rainforest. It's so damp and dense with undergrowth and moss and ferns grow everywhere. It is a very dense place. And we start our journey into this place where time stands still and also will kill you. Do you all have what you need?
We should. Does this time magic originate from the Dawnforged?
I have no idea. The thing about time magic is, in order to interact
Has
with
there
it,
been
you
any
must
other
be
location that
subjected
has
to
had
it.
these?
Not to my knowledge. Do you know the rumor?
No.
The rumor is that the time is messed up there because that is the very place where creation itself started, where the Moraphe spoke to one another for the first time, where the conversation that became our reality began.
Does it got a time's name again?
The god of Labellus and Norith.
Alice and North. And we think it might be the Golden Boy's dad, technically, but how much do we know about him?
You know that he is the god of time, that he sometimes takes the... He's usually seen in the appearance of a silver-haired elf with an eye patch and a single misty gray eye.
You know what? I have a 50-50 shot at this working per day.
Sure.
I'm going to try to do the Spectrum Collected Gift of Legend lore
Perfect.
on the Time God.
Okay. Roll a d20.
I almost clicked D100.
Okay. Over 10. It works. So, about Sonorith, you would know that his...
By the way, Bloodscale is rattling this off as we're walking now with just a weird look in his face.
And every time you speak, it's with the voice of a separate dragon. You would know that he wears multicolored robes of blue, gray, green, and white. His manifestations are rare occasions, and those he appears as if mist that ages people, or more commonly, revitalizes creatures or objects that it envelops. His desires are usually shown through subtle means, and reward those who please them with rare gems and valuable stones. You know, his personality has been written down as a philosopher, a patient teacher, an instructor who gave wisdom and knowledge to young and old alike. And he has been known to be able to place creatures into stasis merely by looking at them. He can restore or age creatures up to 100 years by touching them. If a creature had managed to travel through time, he could restore them to their proper place in any timeline. And any hostile creatures within sight of him could be magically slowed, and any magic cast upon them that interfered with time has no effect. And he looks fondly on those who bring him gifts.
And then as Bloodscale's face returns normal, maybe he could fix my dad bod.
Seems likely.
Well,
mean,
I guess
it's
we're
not a
bringing him a
bad
gift
dad
as I
bod.
touch fucking Golden Boy again.
Gift of child surprise.
He kind of looks up like... And he still doesn't speak. He just looks a little like freaked out.
And then I give him a scruff on the head, like he's a child. And then I'll dole out dragons to everybody. They get their normal ones.
He pulls up his hood and is kind of like withdrawn into himself. Everybody marked. So everybody has their dragons as usual, and he leads you through this forest.
While we're walking, I'm gonna lean over to him again and just like, "Hey man, we're just fucking around. We're trying to have a good time, even though it's a goddamish nightmarish hellscape here."
No, yeah, I get that. I get that.
I understand. Lots of pressure. I get it.
What if
You don't have possibly an egg that's gonna explode on your spine, so
What if I'm not a gift?
then we'll kick his ass and make him pay child support.
And then the gift will be the healing that we restore his ass with. Sorry, I'm way up here, but you guys are talking very loudly. You're bad at whispering.
I wasn't trying to whisper.
Oh God!
Okay.
I shouldn't have come. This is all a mistake. This is all gonna end bad.
Hey.
Chill out. It's fine. You're gonna do great.
How many people do we have to talk down today?
How do I?
All the ledges.
What do you guys? How do you guys talk to your dads?
Oh, I don't have one.
My dad's the best. Look, you just... I love my dad, okay? Like, just be honest with you. Honestly, most dads, they just want to, like, know what you're thinking, you know, and you just gotta tell them what's going on, be real honest, you know, and, you know, just let him know what you've been up to. He's gonna be curious. He's gonna want to know who you are. Just talk to him like you would, I don't know, like a good teacher, or like, I don't know, who have you had in your life?
Make a persuasion check.
I was gonna add, talk to him like you would talk to your mom.
Yeah.
Advantage with that addition from Bloodscale.
Okay. 29.
I got one out of that. Yeah.
Good God.
Just inched it forward.
Well, okay. think I can do that. There's not a lot of time left, it feels like, before we get there. Just
True.
as if I was speaking to my mom and let him know what I'm up to.
Look, I was raised in a weird clan environment. Parents weren't really a major thing. Zephyr over there has a literal demon daddy.
He's a dick.
Explains the...
No, the dad's fine.
No, Dad's fine.
Oh,
It's,
right. Sorry. Yeah. Get it.
As I hear Jess from the other room yelling, but she's muted.
You're right. I was thinking of the wrong person. Sorry.
I don't know about Ulu and Zarek, man, but just be cool. Everything's gonna be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And his demeanor relaxes considerably. Oh, we lost Jess.
Having a dad's great.
They're back. So,
Alright.
There you go.
hey,
Welcome
we got
back.
you. And so,
You know, talk to him like you talk to your mom. You know, with a bit of respect, but at the same time,
yeah.
just your dad.
It's just some guy, right? You'll be fine. You'll
Yeah.
do good.
some dude.
Perfect. And you guys
It's the god of time.
continue to walk forward, and then the forest is dark, and you guys can hear movement in this forest, but Garviel seems fairly adept at leading you away from these bouts of sound, and you do recognize some of them, the moaning of those lost and hungry souls that have come through from the Shadowfell. You hear some form of Elvish that has been twisted to be almost unrecognizable as he tells you to get down at certain points. Can I get a stealth check from everybody?
Lean.
Fucking 42? Are you kidding me?
42!
Good
Oh,
God.
man.
Is that vanilla Uza or three?
That's
or
vanilla
Uza?
Uza.
That's Vanilla Uza.
Good
Nice.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Mesnos would be in its shadowy, invisible form as much
Advantage.
as possible.
God. Yep.
Oh, and I'm definitely going to be in the stealth mode of my clothes, just the whole black look.
Yeah.
I think we're all in stealth mode as far as clothes.
So without a trace.
52! Make a
Yeah, but
perception.
Mesnos got a nat 20.
Yeah, try not to. Wait a minute. Where'd he go? Hold on.
Uza, make a perception check.
Oh, shit. I love it when I roll this.
You see beyond the veil of shadows into the realm. No, I'm just kidding.
25.
25. So you flatten yourself and silence yourself to the point where you almost feel yourself becoming one with darkness, and you hear the slightest whisper.
If you wish to become darkness, I can help you.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, that's not good. Can I insight check that and be
Sure.
like, and okay. See if I could tell who or what the fuck is talking to me. 23.
23. It is not a voice you've heard before. You know it's not Phobator because you've actually heard his voice before in dreams where he spoke to you as an purple Aarakocra. This is an entirely new entity that you have no association with and don't know anything about.
Oh,
Neat.
neat.
And,
Hi, who are you?
Ask my friend, Mr. Brightnose.
Shit. I will.
It's Billy Brown note. I mean,
You
dark
guys continue farther deeper into this forest, and you find it.
Brandon has a theory. A game theory.
game.
A game theory.
I hate
And-
that YouTube show.
So bad.
I'm with you, honestly.
So, but as you guys come to the edge of this darkened forest, you see before you there is a huge circle of a dawn with beautiful pinks and oranges and yellows, as it is clearly a bubble from a different time. Gabriel.
All right, we're here.
Hey, real quick.
That's where we're gonna end.
This. Oh, fuck you. I'm writing it down.
Write it down. No, definitely. All right. So, Yes, you guys have managed to make your way into the astral plane, picking up the teleport spell for your illustrious wizard Zadok, manifests the egg into being something more real. Who knows what that something is? Met Garviel Brightnote and had him guide you to the Vatmini Fjords, a day's travel outside of the college. And yes, we have started.
I already got it in.
I got it in right off the bat, like literally.
But we're going to pick up here next week to find out what entity that could only speak to you if you got above a 50 on a stealth check in utter total darkness will be speaking to you, and what these bubbles of potentiality, or frozen time, the opposite of potential, hold for our party as we move forward. Thank y'all for watching. Have a beautiful rest of your week. I hope it treats you amazingly well, and do good things, be good to people, text your friends, they all miss you. We love you all. Have a wonderful night.